although I am not a doctor, I'm just a nurse. But what we saw on these front lines, we knew what was happening. And when we asked for the ibuprofen, they said, no, it was contraindicated. When we asked, like, why aren't we giving them steroids? Oh, well, it's not. We're just following orders. Following orders has led to the sheer number of deaths that has occurred in these hospitals. I didn't see a single patient died of COVID. I've seen a substantial number of patients die of negligence and medical malfeasance. When I was on...
Hey everyone. I haven't been online a lot because we've kind of gone to a decentralized internet to communicate with everyone because social media has become so toxic. But I do want to thank everyone for helping me track down the name of that former student of mine. I couldn't remember her name. It was from like 10 years ago. I don't know why she's obsessed with me. This isn't the first interaction. She creates burner accounts to actively seek me out. I had her restricted because Instagram wouldn't let me block her for the millionth time. So I was finally able to block her, but she actively seeks me out and I have no idea why. And she's not just a keyboard warrior type person. She actually lives in my community. She lives several blocks away from me. And this isn't the first interaction I've had with her. I've had her verbally accost me years ago in Walmart for not wearing a mask. She creates burner accounts to stalk me. I don't understand the obsession with me. I'm incredibly boring. But she keeps saying I spread misinformation. Guys, it's been 6 years. Everything I've said has been proven correctly. I don't know how to help people that don't want to accept that. But if you don't like me, stay away from me. It's quite that simple. So I'll be taking legal action on her because now I've got such an extensive paper trail. She was also part of the people that were stalking me several years ago, trying to get my nursing license taken. I don't know if you folks remember that with Team Halo and Shots Heard Around the World. The Epoch Times did several articles about it and how, the United Nations was paying TikTokers and things like that to go after misinformation spreaders. Well, folks, there's no misinformation. The COVID vaccine is bad for you. You're more than welcome to go get it if you want. Peace be with you. Remdesivir kills people. I mean, I don't know how there are support groups. We have a support group for people who have been negatively affected. We have the Remembrance Project documenting all of this. To say I couldn't hack it in New York when I've been to Syria and Afghanistan and I've done humanitarian missions and things like that, where I've seen substantially worse. I was just so disappointed to see it in my country. The de-evolution of healthcare and what it's become. To say that I couldn't hack that. I've never had PTSD until those stalker people, Josephine Kratt and Tyler Cuck and this stupid chick decided to come after my kids. Like, everyone has a price. And I was telling this with some of my students. Everyone has a price, and mine is my kids. And I don't fuck around with my kids anymore, especially after everything with that Tyler Cuck guy and their whole trans mafia and all of that. I don't fuck around with my kids. So the fact that this girl lives several blocks away from me is I'm done. So I have to file a restraining order. I have to go back into my computer and look for the file now that I have her name, which should be pretty quick. With all the screenshots of the shit she's been doing, I mean, the fact that you're falsely, telling people to go file complaints against my nursing license to bury me in like legal debt. For those who may be joining me or following me now, I spent about $40,000 in attorney fees trying to protect my nursing license. And this whole thing with her started with, I don't know if you know that story that's going around. I've been meaning to cover it, but there is a hospital that has had to divert their emergency helicopters 30 minutes away to a different helipad instead of landing on the hospital roof or in the parking lot where the helipad is, because the multi-million-dollar homes that were built several years after the hospital have filed numerous noise complaints against the hospital. So the city has had the helicopters be rerouted 30 minutes away, and they have to land at a separate helipad 30 minutes away and then load the patient up into an ambulance and then drive 30 minutes to the hospital, increasing access to critical care by an additional 30 minutes. And most of those are children. And I posted on this thing, I'm like, hey, you guys can get a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and find out who's filing these complaints. Go to the city, because it was obviously lodged with the city. And she didn't like that. She didn't like the fact that there are multimillionaires living in these homes that are diverting a helicopter to 30 minutes away because of noise pollution. But you bought the house next to a hospital with a helivac. And so imagine if that was your child. Okay, the number of times I have had to save a child's life, I would be fucking livid. I would be livid. All right, so everyone just has to take it. And do you think that the children being transported, the drowned kids, the kids in the motor vehicle accidents, the abused kids, the trafficked kids that are going to these hospitals, do you think that someone is going to file a lawsuit on their behalf to get that helicopter routed back to that hospital? Absolutely not. And so she wants to go on to this tirade about, oh, you're not a flight nurse. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care. Say whatever you want at this point. But you live a couple blocks away from me. It's been 6 years now. Don't fuck with my kids. We're just not going to do that. You're in too close of proximity for you to be deranged. Let's just admit it. Let's just admit that these liberal people are deranged and we don't know what to expect from them. Look at the climate out there. And I find that incredibly odd because she was one of my students from several years ago. And I was trying to look back through my instructor reviews, but she never had an issue with me at all until I testified at the Senate about what was happening with the COVID vaccine. And in her little statement that I put in my previous post, it's misinformation. There is no misinformation, folks. There is absolutely no misinformation. Go ahead, say what you want, but the fact that you're in close proximity to my children makes you incredibly dangerous with your unhinged comments and your several-year obsession with me by now. And it's not really a coincidence that she created another burner account to come after me on the anniversary of my New York video, where I was literally trying to save the life of a black man. I mean, I guess that's spreading misinformation that minorities were being mistreated. I don't know how to help these people, and I don't in particular am going to waste any efforts on it, but you can see that we're 6 years into this, and they are just deranged. They're just deranged. And if you want to support diverting emergency medical services 30 minutes away so children could potentially die, I mean, what if they needed blood? HEMS does not carry blood. We do not carry blood. We don't. Even if we got a heads up that we needed the blood, there'd be no way for us to actually go get blood and then land when we have a 6-minute response time. There's not. I mean, she's so upset. I'm like, girl, there is a billboard with my fucking face in it. They custom tailored my flight suit to me. They still use my photo and everything in marketing. Like, I don't know what to expect from you people. Like, I don't know. I drive by my face several times, like a year. I don't know how to help you. But they're just obsessed. And to call me like I'm a disgrace to the nursing profession when you're not even a nurse. Now I have to worry about, like, apparently she works in some clinic. Now I have to worry about, like, well, where can I not receive care? Because there's the risk of running into you. Are you going to harm my children? Are you going to harm me? Like, I honestly don't know. You don't know with people that are this deranged. And you're 6 years into this, creating fake accounts to follow and interact with me. It's guys, it really, really is bizarre. And I just don't understand. You have a finite amount of time on this planet. Spend the time doing something that you want rather than following me if you hate me so much. I really don't know how to. Peace be with you, but stay the fuck away from my family. And it's really sad because I live in a small rural community, so we have limited access to care as it is. So, I mean, she referenced like the third floor, the first, second, and third floor. So I'm assuming she may still be at the hospital, which is incredibly concerning because I just had to take my daughter there for a potentially broken arm, which luckily it wasn't broken, and, loved the doctor there and everything like that. But I mean, you don't know how people are going to respond. You don't. I mean, they could lose their mind. And that is the climate that we live in now, that we actually have to be concerned about these keyboard warriors coming after you and harming your family and all of this nonsense. And after the stalking with those groups for 2 years, 2 years they stalked me, posted my address, posted pictures of my vehicle and where they could find it. They ran swarms on my nursing license in both states. I don't fuck around anymore. When my children have to be taught emergency like protocols to make, like, in case something happens, I'm not fucking around with people anymore. Like, what deranged person keeps making fake accounts to follow someone and terrorize them? I mean, you're almost 50. Guys, I'm almost 50. She's almost 50. I mean, it's really old. It really is. Like, and I just can't understand this political climate. This is another reason I haven't been on social media, because I make one comment and then I now get, my stalker finds me again. But, it's just really sad and I don't know what to expect. Emmanuel's joined from Pakistan. Yeah, I have followers from everywhere. Even my therapist for PTSD, she's a liberal. I mean, if I hate people so much and everything like that, as she's claimed in previous posts, why would my therapist be a liberal? I mean, she's like literally a registered Democrat. She's really good at what she does. I think she's an old school Democrat when they were actually conservative, but she hates Trump, but she's against but she has conservative values. Super great though. I recommend her to everybody for PTSD. I'm like, everyone in EMS needs to go see this woman. Right? It gets old being called racist. I'm literally known for trying to save a black man. I'm being called transphobe, but yet I'm in a documentary supporting the detransitioners. These buzzwords don't mean anything anymore, guys. They don't. And so you haven't seen me on social media that much because we have been decentralizing our social media. We've been in all of our chats on Telegram. We've been responding via emails. We have been very active on our Substacks. Substack does have a notes. It's kind of like a social media type thing. We've been there because we can just get away from the hate and the anger. And most importantly, our nurses are safer there. I mean, we shouldn't have to be stalked by people because we're helping low-income people. Remember that with Josephine Kratt? She was pissed off I was writing free religious exemptions to help all the minorities keep their jobs when the COVID vaccines ran through and they're mandating it for everybody. She was super pissed about that. I mean, these sanctimonious white people, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, it's ridiculous. And here's the thing. So my husband is a registered tribal member. My husband is actually Native American. My children, half Native American. I'm Hispanic, Azorean, technically, half Hispanic. So my children, even though they present as white, are 100% minorities. And to think that you're going to behave like this when she lives a couple blocks away from the fucking Indian colony here, is just bizarre. It's just bizarre, folks. So all I can say is that if you want to keep interacting with us, we're on Substack. Make sure to go to our website and sign up for our email. The email will send you all the different things that you can, on how we can interact, all of our chats. And that's where we've been active, because this is just the devil trying to distract us from the mission. There are trolls abound on the internet, and I just don't have time to deal with them. So we're taking all of that away, and we're going into our chats and into our digital communications, and that's where we're interacting with our people. Everyone's still getting help. You just aren't seeing it on social media. And that has actually been a huge mental health break for all of the nurses, because we gave up social media for Lent. I kept checking the messages and emails, but then we're like, do we really go back? Do we really go back to this? And so I go back and I make one comment, because literally, who's okay with children dying? Who is okay with this? Bam. Psycho bitch back. Girl, I'm not that interesting. I'm not. So, I mean, they're saying that 50% of the internet is all just bots. And I know people said, oh, she's probably a bot. No, I went back through my phone. She's decidedly one of my students. She was going through a divorce at the time. And everything like that. And it's public record, guys. You can Google my name in Great Basin College. I was the CNA instructor there and the coordinator, and I managed all the CNA programs for Great Basin College up until my second pregnancy, and then the world ended shortly after that. I mean, I don't know what people think they're going to uncover about me. I mean, they very conveniently don't show all my humanitarian work. They definitely don't show our response to the Las Vegas shooting, all of that, because that doesn't fit the narrative. Me saving people doesn't fit the narrative. And all of this is all coming about because, once again, this is the anniversary of everything happening back in 2020. It's been 6 years. Class of already established your legitimacy. I know, but we have some people that are coming in. They find me a little bit late. My videos are going viral again. Everyone's sharing them again. So we got to kind of catch the little people up. But ask yourself, so you go through all of this, you create an organization, you rally thousands of nurses across the country and literally the world to save people from getting unsafe care. And you know what the reward is for that? Not that I ever expected a reward. It's psychological fucking warfare is what it is by these sanctimonious liberals. Like, for real. And you know what's really funny? Because I know I mentioned liberals and people are like, oh, don't do the divide. We're making things more divisive. I am one of the top instructors at my university. I'm adjunct faculty. The liberal girls all try and find out what I'm teaching next so they can register for my classes. I have girls who are not even majoring in the topics that I teach that want to take my classes. They say I'm a real feminist. You're like, you're a true feminist. You're a girl's girl. I'm like, well, I'm like almost 50. I don't know how girl's girl I can be. But yeah. Okay. So you can't say I'm anti-liberal. I'm just fucking confused. But like my students, they were calling because I'm to be determined on the schedule because I'm adjunct. I'm not tenure. They fit me into the schedule to fill their gaps. And the girls were calling the department asking, well, what is she teaching next? Because I'm always to be determined. My name is never listed in the course catalog. And so the dean gets a hold of me and he's like, why do they like you so much? And for those of you who don't know, we use an app to communicate. So I'll call, check my students, make sure that they're do weekly check-ins, kind of like the mentoring coaching type thing, making sure that they're doing okay, they're not falling behind. If you're falling behind or something, like, what can I do to support you? Let me get you services, things like that. I legitimately care. I want these kids to do well. And I'm like, well, you can check the app. It's all recorded. Like, I don't feel like I do anything crazy. So the fact that all the liberal girls want to take my classes, I mean, granted, I do teach undergraduate classes, but I'm like, I'm not anti-liberal either. I just think y'all fucking crazy. Really. So it's just, it's so bizarre to see so much hate come my way when everything is so counterintuitive. Like, this former student of mine from 10 years ago literally knew me for quite some years prior to this whole pandemic thing. And now, like, so you thought I was a great instructor there, and then I go testify at the Senate that the vaccine is harming people and remdesivir is killing people. And now I'm this evil person spreading misinformation. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. People don't change their personality. Unless you've had some type of traumatic brain injury or your limbic system might be damaged or something. I am still the same person I was 20 years ago. Just older with some more wrinkles. So it's just bizarre to see the obsession with me. And like I said, the fact that she's several blocks away from me is a huge red flag. And I'm not fucking around anymore with people showing up at my house, people driving by my job. I mean, my husband teaches community sports. We've got T-ballers. Bitch, I ain't fucking around anymore. I'm not. So instead of doing meaningful work, I have to go search my hard drive, find the file with her name on it, file a restraining order, just because I need to make sure that my children are safe. It's just so bizarre how these people act. And if anyone has seen the amount of hate that's just on social media now, it's really bad. So once again, we're going to decentralized internet. You can sign up for our email, and our email will send you a daily email with different types of communication channels that we use. So if you want to interact, I hate to say it, have a safe place to speak. God, they've abused that damn phrase. You know, we talk about psychological safety. So whenever I start like one of my classes, like I always say, let's talk about psychological safety. Like a safe space to talk. You should be able to come to me. As long as you haven't committed anything illegal, you should be able to have open dialogue, because I have to report anything done illegally. But I'm just like, they've ruined the concept of psychological safety and having a safe space to talk. So I hate having to say that, but I'm like, it's insane, guys. So let me know what you think. These people, it's 6 years. It's been 6 years, guys. 6 years. And they're still at it.